Hello, this is Eve Stanway. I am a difficult conversations expert and I help men navigating separation and divorce. I've woken up this morning thinking about what my marriage was like when I was living in no man's land. What that was like was two people who were no longer talking. Yes, discussing bills or logistics or perhaps a holiday or a visit to family or some big event that was going on. But the real stuff, the problems that were going on, the difficult areas, that had all shifted into non-communication. I had my thoughts going on in my head, but I wasn't expressing them, and I'm sure my ex-husband was doing the same. And we were sitting there avoiding the difficult conversation. And it was those experiences that really focused my intention. I'd spent years as a philosopher, as a coach, as a psychotherapist talking to people. But what I realised is we could all go to counselling, and I certainly, we did as a couple, we went to counselling. I was a psychotherapist. But the problem wasn't about understanding the past. The problem was about how do you actually tackle a difficult conversation without it exploding into a row. And that's when I really did. I walked with my dogs a lot and I thought a lot, what can we do about this? And it felt to me very clear that the ability to have a difficult conversation matters. I chose to work with men because I realised that in my upbringing, my inability to have difficult conversations had been met really with my father's inability to have difficult conversations. And that led me to thinking if men have been taught not to talk about their feelings, how are they going to talk about difficult things? And I started to have compassion for the idea that perhaps if somebody was being difficult, if they were being explosive, if they were being shut down, if they were being avoidant, maybe that wasn't a deliberate act against me. Maybe that was a sign of a problem. The problem being that knowing how to express how we feel, knowing how to deal with the other person's feelings, is really difficult. And those communication skills are at the heart. And so that's what I do now. I teach men in particular, but women as well, the specific framework, listen, speak, lead on how to have a difficult conversation. Because it wasn't about counselling or separation or any of these things. It was about the ability to actually know how to express how a person feels and listen to how the other one feels. So if this could be helpful for you, please reach out today.